Peace and love, y'all. It's your girl, Divine Priestess, tapping back in with y'all with more messages from Spirit. Just a little tarot wisdom with Divine Priestess, okay? And we're going to go ahead and start off clearing the energy. So with the Most High, the creator of all, God, Spirit, universe, angels, ancestors, spirit guides of divine light, are calling your unconditional love, divine guidance, and spiritual protection over this space and over this reading. Allow me to be a vessel to channel your divine wisdom and guidance and call on your protection against any low vibrational being, demon, entity, evil eye, black magic, spell work, hexes, hoodoo, voodoo, curses, and so mote it be. Ashe. So we are cleaning the energy. What's up, gang? What is popping? Big J Global, Marcellus. What's up, bro? What's popping? Sly Fox V, Ken Supreme, Kamiko, LaShawn. Peace and love. Thank y'all so much for tapping into the live. What is going on, family? So today is going to be a little heavy, I would say, with the topic of discussion. 604 Wonders, thank you so much for joining the live. Because like today is just, like I said, I got a few downloads about this, and it's been a tough topic because it's, first of all, sex in itself is just a tough topic. People don't necessarily know how to converse about sex unless it's overly vulgar, unless it's just like, on some, some sexy red type shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's like sex needs to be talked about like healthy dialogue, you feel me? Like we just sit here and just let it go over our heads. We don't really talk about it. Like we get in relationships and connections with people. We don't talk about sex. Next thing you know, we just end up having sex with people. And it's like we haven't even had any type of understanding about what our sexual language is, or like how we want to deal with people. And because our sexual energy is so sacred, and I don't think that people really pay attention to the power, right? Sexuality and our sex is a portal in essence. That's how powerful it is, right? We bring whole life into this existence through sex, right? So sex is like so important. It's what made us. It's why we're here. Yet and still we come into this world, and when we talk about sex, it's so taboo or something. It's like a conversation that we can't have with, and it's not that we can't have the conversation. It's that we are surrounded by so many narcissistic people that it's hard to have that conversation with a narcissist, right? Because here's the thing. This is why I wanted to talk about this topic, because narcissism is such a prevalent thing. And since we are now starting to realize that narcissism is not just a mental illness, it is also a spiritual illness, okay? It is a demon attachment, okay? So let's just call it what it is. Narcissism is a demon spirit on a person, right? So let's get into it then. You feel me? Because if we're opening ourselves up to these narcissists, then we're also opening ourselves up to their demons as well. So now here we are sexually attaching to them. Yeah, no demon gonna take me. Period. 604 Wanderers. We not letting demons they're not going around here, okay? Rebuke you in the name of the Most High. Okay, we're not playing those games over here. So as soon as you start to tap into the energy, that's why we got to start identifying these things as they are. We're not coddling narcissists anymore. We're not saying like, oh, well, everybody has a little bit of narcissistic tendency in them. Everybody. No, it's not everybody don't have that shit. You feel me? It's like there's certain people who have signed on to that because of whatever their reason is. They want to sign on to the fact that, oh yeah, narcissism is normal. And it's probably because they may suffer from those traits. Hey, Tokyo Decadence, thank you so much for joining the live. So yeah, when it comes to sex, y'all, we got to start taking it more serious. And we have to start taking the way that we allow people in and allow the people that we're dating, when they have signs of narcissism, that is a big sign that you may be opening up a doorway for demons to come in and to attach to your energy, okay? Because when we talk about sex, we know that when we have sex with someone, our spirits combine. It's like it's an energy that connects, and if we're not somebody that practices spirituality on a regular basis, and we don't have a certain spiritual practice or hygiene to cut those sexual cords that we have energetically with people once we've combined and connected to them sexually, then guess what? Now you start experiencing sleep paralysis, okay? Now you're starting to have these, maybe these certain cravings. Hey, Bryce, welcome back to the live. Now hey, Joan, number 9, thank you so much for joining the live. Yeah, so it's like now you opened yourself up to this narcissistic person, and most likely they have some demonic attachments to them. So now here you are starting to struggle with, now all of a sudden you waking up in the middle of the night from wet dreams, or you're having sleep paralysis all of a sudden, or you're craving pornography or something, when maybe that wasn't something that was normal for you to even desire. You see what I'm saying? So now you're allowing these people's demons to attach to you, right? To get you. Now that demon is getting you to crave these things that are low vibrational. You see what I'm saying? And we've been so conditioned to believe that things like pornography and all of this sexual perversion is normal, right? But it's not. It's ways that demons can attach to you when you open yourself up to sexual deviancy, right? You start, allowing these certain types of, like I said, sex is to be placed on a pedestal. Sex is something that God gave us. Sex is our way to be able to give love, but also to create love, to create a soul, to create a physical body to bring into this earth, right? You see what I'm saying? Hey, GMPG Melloville, thank you so much for joining the live, right? So so when it comes to sex, we have to be more discerning about who we're allowing, because guess what? It's incubus and succubus out here. You feel me? And this is real. Like, people don't realize that these are sexual demons, okay? And so what happens is, when I talk about STDs, I'm talking about sexual transmitted demons, okay? And so what this is that, okay, let's say you're a man, right? So what I learned about incubus, right, and succubus is that the incubus they attack the women, okay? The incubus attack the women sexually, and the succubus they attack the men, okay? But what I've studied about this, okay, for a lot of narcissistic men, this is why they maybe possibly, okay, could struggling with it's like that same sex struggle, right? Because this demon, this succubus demon that attacks men, is a masculine energy, okay? Demons are masculine, okay? So what happens is, this also starts to create these desires for you looking into the same sex, okay? So this is something that you want to start. If you're prevalent watching pornography all the time, yes, you have a sex demon. These are things. This is sex is spiritual, y'all. It's not just physical. So we sitting up here fucking trying to get our rocks off. You see what I'm saying? And we're forgetting the fact that there's a spiritual aspect of the sex that we are totally keeping out of our mind and taking into consideration. And then when we having sleep paralysis, okay, when we're having, these low vibrational thoughts about the same sex, when that's not even in your spirit, that ain't even where you come from, or that ain't the kind of cloth you cut from, you see what I'm saying? Then that's when you need to start checking who you fucking with. You see what I'm saying? And that's why we got to start being more intentional. We got to start holding sex up on the pedestal and stop just looking at it like exercise, you know what I'm saying? Or just like we use sex too much as a crutch, really. Sex is used as a crutch to just an escape like any other drug. You see what I'm saying? When sex is to be placed on a pedestal and used for spiritual purposes, for empowering purposes, okay? Because there's power in our sexual energy, right? But since we don't realize the power in our sexual energy, we giving that power away to these demons that are attached to these in particular narcissistic people. You see what I'm saying? So now here you are, this powerful person. And to take it that much further, okay? Hey, Steph Rags, thank you so much for joining the live, love. Like, with sex, right? There's sex, with spirituality, rather. There's witches and there are warlocks that have a spiritual awareness that they know that people walk around ignoring spirituality, and that puts them a million steps ahead of you in being able to manipulate and utilize, right, your ignorance. And so they'll prey on you. That's one other reason why narcissists, they prey on certain individuals, right? Because it's like, oh man, like they're warlocks and witches. They know what they're doing in essence. And if they don't know consciously, they know subconsciously, because it's the demon in them guiding them, telling them what to do, what to desire, what to crave, and with or without their knowledge, okay? But because we decide that we want to ignore these realities about sex, about how it's tied into our spirituality and everything, if we're not spiritual beings, we're not going to recognize the things that we can't see. You see what I'm saying? So that's why we got to become more spiritual beings, so we can understand the unseen, right? So when things are happening be under our nose, right, and we feel something ain't right, we can take these things into account as well, and not just like think, oh, I'm just tripping, like, I don't know, why am I being so... No, like your intuition is trying to show you there's some type of attachment or some type of energy there that needs to be released, that needs to be, you know what I'm saying, removed and cleansed. You see what I'm saying? Because the reality is, right, like I said, pornography is definitely a doorway for these demons to attach. You see what I'm saying? Like, that is a spirit of a demon when you are craving pornography. When it's like, oh my gosh, you cannot stop. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Robin Bailey and Yacht Club Mixavelli, thank you so much for joining the live. You see what I'm saying? So it's like there are different demons. Incubus, succubus. 9 times out of 10, if you are watching pornography, if you are having these cravings for sexual deviancy, 9 times out of 10, you need to be energetically cleansed. Hey, Yacht Club Mixavelli, thank you so much for joining the live. Hey, Philly Barber and Houston, thank you so much for joining the live. Hey, Robin Bailey E, thank you so much for joining the live. Yeah. So yes, sexually transmitted demons. These are things that, and that's why, like, narcissism is it's almost like a red flag to kind of prevent you from getting yourself involved with these types of people. If these people exhibit narcissistic behavior 9 times out of 10, they have a sexual demon attached to them. Or even if, yeah, most likely incubus or succubus, but like demons are attached to narcissism because of the fact that they're so low vibrational. They can attach to their auric field and they never become high vibrational. They're always in a loop of negativity, sabotage, self-sabotage, or the sabotage of other people. You see what I'm saying? So with being on that frequency, you're always going to attract these demons. And then now here you are in this pool of people who are all promiscuous and just fucking each other, okay? Passing around their sexual demons, okay? And then next thing you know, here you come, you may be cleansed, you know what I'm saying? But because you don't have an awareness and you have this ignorance to spirituality, you caught slipping. And now you know what I'm saying, you let this person come and attach to you energetically, and now they done passed on these spiritual demons. You see these sexual transmitted demons. And now you got to work on cleansing yourself of this, okay? But yeah, you waking up in the middle of the night, 3-4 o'clock in the morning, you know what I'm saying, and you bone, you know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying, you're like trying to figure out like, what the fuck is, you know what I'm saying, 9 times out of 10, That's a sex demon, okay? So, like, I just want to see at some point that we start taking our sex seriously, okay? Because our sex, man, it's like sex is beautiful, right? But like we're using sex in the name of the devil. We're not using it in the name of the Most High. Like if we're having sex and we going out here fucking people with no intention of loving them, fucking people, it's like we're going with the intention of like, yeah, who can I bust up in and then like get my rocks off and never know them and be like deuces and now I'm looking for the next one night stand. Like what kind of fucking sense does that make? And then on top of that, you're creating more human beings out of lust, which is demonic, okay? You're creating people out of hate. Like motherfuckers hate their baby mamas. Motherfuckers hate their baby daddies. Like I'm just so, it's like sad. It make me want to cry, y'all. I'm so tired of seeing us hating each other like this. You know what I'm saying? So let me not get emotional, but it's sad to know that there's this level of ignorance that exists amongst us where we are not loving on each other. You know what I'm saying? Like we are really out here with the intention to hurt somebody. And like I said, that's not everybody. That's most likely somebody who is narcissistic that has, you know, and they is because of their lack of love that they're narcissistic. So that's what we got to shift this shit up and we got to start giving love to each other because this is the repetitive cycle of people being raised out of hate, raised out of abandonment, raised out of, you know, you seeing your parents hate each other. Then it's like, then what are we learning? That's why we keep growing, like we grow up and we're perpetuating a cycle where we are casting hate against each other. We're like, no, men ain't shit. Men ain't doing anything. No, women ain't, bitches ain't shit. You know, and it's this back and forth, you know what I'm saying, where we need to learn that it's not either one of us. You see what I'm saying? It's like we just are all need healing and we all need love and we all need to love, self-love, right? Give ourselves that grace to realize that we need to transform ourselves and shift out of this. Because if we haven't loved ourselves, it's because maybe we didn't get love from, you know, didn't get passed down. You see what I'm saying? So now we got to start breaking those generational curses where now we're passing the love down and we're showing our offspring or showing our youth and our kids love. Like we're raising them out of love. How do you heal? So how you heal that is going within. And I know that's so broad, but it really starts you knowing you. Hey, Tatiana the one. Hey, baby, I miss you. Good to see you. Thank you for joining the live. But how do you heal? I would say that what you need to do is to love on yourself. You need to pour into you, figuring out, like, first of all, prayer is a big deal. Starting to build that relationship with the Most High is the number one way. Like, and sometimes, like, I would tell y'all, I always had this connection to the Most High, but I didn't always have this confidence about my connection with the Most High. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like you still in the back of your mind until you start learning how to understand how the Most High communicates with you personally. You don't always know when God is giving you an answer. You don't always know. But like, how to heal first is for us to first show gratitude on a regular basis to the Most High, okay? For him giving us a moment to have this realization, to awaken, to be like, wow, I'm noticing that there's some things within me that is not really of who I really am as spirit. And who is the Most High? The Most High is the creator of all, okay? So the Most High is the creator of all. And I say the Most High because I'm talking about the big G, God. Okay? But everybody has their perception of what that is. So when I say the Most High, that's letting you know that I'm talking about the God of all gods. You see what I'm saying? The creator of all. So it's like, that's the first step to healing is finding out who is the Most High to you. You see what I'm saying? And then once you figure that out, you start getting in alignment with what the Most High ordained for you in your purpose, in your spirit. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, Yahweh. What's up? I'm Pablo. What's up, bro? Thank you so much for joining the live. Yahweh, yeah. You know, whatever, like I said, and that's what we gotta stop. We gotta stop that, y'all, getting lost in the words. We have quit getting lost in translation. You see what I'm saying? It's like, if I'm talking about the Most High God and you call God Buddha, you see what I'm saying? Don't get lost and lose the message because you're trying to be so particular about a word. You see what I'm saying? Focus. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Most High is the creator of all of us, and however you perceive him, God put that truth within you. So follow that until you expand more. But you got to open your mind, and you have to open yourself up to the point where you're open to wanting to learn more about the Most High. Not everybody want to go study and learn and figure out, like, and it's not like you got to go read a book. You know what I'm saying? You have to read. You got to find yourself. You got to read into who you are. When you find yourself, that's when you find God. That's when you find the Most High. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, this is all about us starting to be more serious about when we're going out and interacting every day, and we going out to the club or whatever. First of all, the shit's outdated these days, because when you go to the club, you're filled with people's demons. Like, all they're doing is under the influence of spirits, right? Spirits, they're under the influence of spirits. And what do spirits do? That opens you up to demons to come and possess you and take you over. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, but whatever it is you do on your free time where you get the opportunity to network and meet people, or the dating scene or the dating pool, whatever that is for you, you see what I'm saying? You have to be able to be discerning and say, you know, and that's why you have to be careful of what that environment is. Because it's like, how you going to go to the club, right? You know, everybody drunk, and you think you're about to go in there and find somebody holy? You about to go in there and find somebody? So it's like, you have to go to the right environment to what you're actually looking for. You see what I'm saying? But my point is to say that we got to start following our intuition, because these narcissists and these people that have these sexually transmitted demons, okay? And it's not just sexually transmitted. People can attach their demons to you in other ways besides sex. But see, sex is such a big deal to everybody. Everybody fucking. You see what I'm saying? And just like, they don't care either. Like, you know, it's and so with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Think about how many succubus, incubus motherfuckers is like. You could be a pure vessel, you see what I'm saying? But then you fucking with somebody who you didn't really do that full, thorough spiritual check. Cause are we asking niggas these days when we linking up, like, well, what's your stand on God? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we asking the right even questions before we decide that we want to even interact with these people? No. Like, I'm starting to realize when men approach me, like if I go somewhere and I get a man to approach me, like I'm asking about God off the top. Just to see how you answer. What's your energy like? You see what I'm saying? Because it's spiritual warfare outside. You see what I'm saying? So it's at the end of the day, y'all can keep acting like this is just, oh, you know, do we not see what's going on around us every day when we go on social media, when we see, you know, just all of the wars, the economy, the environment, you know what I'm saying, the weather, like all of these crazy things. Hey, Deborah Marie, thank you so much for joining the live, sweetie. Right? All of these things that's going on, and it's like people ain't taking life seriously. Like, people still, like, and my thing is, I'm not saying motherfuckers need to go and be in this chaotic uproar and be crazy, but I'm saying people need to be moving with intention, right? And they need to be moving with purpose. And they need to be finding out, what is my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing here? Because otherwise, you just taking up space on this motherfucking earth. And you just, you know what I'm saying? And you're just taking up all the air. And you're not really being beneficial to whatever is in alignment with what the Most High has for us. Because if you're not living with purpose, then you're not of the Most High. You see what I'm saying? And you have that choice. We all have the option to decide, right? We have the choice to say, I am of the Most High. Like, I follow the Most High. But when you don't make a decision, right, then you automatically end on the enemy side, because you're not working in that path that God has for you. You see what I'm saying? So, that ended up being longer. That I wanted to kind of harp on that a little bit, because I wanted to see also what other people were feeling about this. But this is one of those things where I'm not getting too many people commenting. Like, so what, do y'all have anything to say about it? Are there any questions? You see what I'm saying? But I'm also going to pull some cards around this as well, to see. But I just think, like I said, it's another thing that, oh my gosh, another point that I was saying too, right? Because with, like, narcissism has evolved so much. And I don't even want to say it's evolved. I want to say that narcissist has trickled down so much as far as the level of hierarchy, okay, in the, let's say, because the media is who promotes these behaviors and pushes propaganda to subliminally influence our behaviors, okay? So that's what happens. So my point is to say that this has trickled down so much that everybody has some type of percentage of narcissism and things like that, right? And so one thing that we've ignored with narcissism, right? We've allowed people to gaslight us, right? And to basically convince us that our truth is not our truth. You see what I'm saying? This is what narcissists do. So anybody that comes along and tries to convince you of something that you know to be true, you see what I'm saying? Kamiko. So let me see. I haven't had sex in a while since my journey. I've been more mindful of who I'm laying down with. I feel deprived at times, but I don't compromise on sexual intimacy. Kamiko, yes, baby, you hit it right on the head. You cannot compromise on that, because it's not worth what could happen if you do, not knowing what type of attachment this other person has to them, okay? And my thing is, when you practice celibacy, you actually make that energy more powerful. And the fact that you're being intentional about how you're going to use that energy and who you're going to use it with, that is so important. And that's the mindset that people have to have, because, and then too, not only sexually transmitted demons, but the fact that all these new sexually transmitted diseases are popping up too, that it's it lets you know that if you're not a little bit conscious of these things, or concerned or whatever, that's gonna make me question as well. I have to question your maturity, your level to protect your own well-being of your body, if this is not concerns that you even have. You see what I'm saying? There, Stardust be knowing. Welcome to the live, love. She said they will have sex whoever, they don't care. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. And it's this is why we have to look at this as what it is. It's spiritual. It's their demons that's trying to have sex. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody who's disciplined, anybody that has values, morals, integrity, and concern and self-love, they're not just going to be out here giving a body up like that to any and everybody and just cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Without no thought, no concern. You see what I'm saying? So many sneaky links out there, and that's not what I want. Facts. You see what I'm saying? But this is why, right? We go back to the root of the problem, and there wouldn't be so many sneaky links if there wasn't so many damn motherfucking narcissists, okay? Because narcissists are the one who breed shit like that. A sneaky link, you have to be narcissistic, because in essence, what you're doing is being a liar, a scammer, a schemer. You see what I'm saying? Because you're sitting here playing that role of either the committed man, or you're playing that role of the sneaky link. You see what I'm saying? But either way it goes, you're lying, okay? Because if you was a committed man, you wouldn't even be trying to step outside of your relationship. Or you would say, you know what, whatever's going on in my relationship right now, baby, this is not working for me. I love you, but I have this desire for other people. So it's something got to give. What are we doing to find resolve to this relationship, baby, because otherwise I'm gonna have to just move on, and because I need to find my happiness. You see what I'm saying? There's a different approach to somebody who's a 100 real individual versus to somebody who is just out here trying to manipulate to feed their demons, okay? Because that's what it is. And like I could say from my own experience, especially growing up when I was a green, naive, empath that just thinking everybody has the same good intention that I have. You see what I'm saying? And I was manipulated a lot. You know what I'm saying? Into sex. Like I literally got manipulated to where I might even tell them, like, I'm not even on that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm just, I just want to cuddle. Like, I'm just trying to, I like you. So I want to share this intimacy with you, but without sex. You see what I'm saying? And then it's like, people can't handle that. And then it's like somehow, some way they trying to manipulate you. And sometimes it works. Sometimes it didn't. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's my point is to say that demons are not going to respect your boundaries. So it's like if you sit up here and you state, okay, this is how I'm feeling. This is really what, I'm really trying to set a boundary here. And then you get somebody that comes and try to seduce you, you know what I'm saying, into some shit when you told them that wasn't what you was on. Hey, John Rambo, thank you so much for joining the live. Hey, Jilly000, thank you so much for joining the live. And so at the end of the day, speak on it, please. Can we just cuddle? Right. Like, the fuck? Like, it used to make me feel so upset because I'm like, I shouldn't feel bad like I'm just teasing you because I want some intimacy from somebody who you making it seem like I should be able to trust you, right? So I'm feeling like I can trust you. I'm trying to be just a little vulnerable because we're trying to get to know. Good got it. You might need to, I don't know what you're trying to say, baby. I'm sorry. But like, yeah, speak on it, please. Can we just cuddle? Exactly. Like, that's my point. Like, I'm literally just trying to get to know you more. I want to feel like that intimacy, like I said, without the sex. And they'll try to demonize you. Like, you trying to tease me. And try to make you feel bad about that. You see what I'm saying? And that's manipulation, right? See, then I'm looking at it like you damn near, like they know how to play on somebody who is actually going to take that in consideration and like that somebody that's empathic. So they're going to like feed into it with like that. Cause like, no, that's not, I'm not trying to tease you. Like, so my thing is they know exactly what it is, but it's manipulation to make you feel bad because ultimately they just want to get out of whatever they want. They trying to get their needs met. They want to feed their demons, and they want to feed their demons with you. Okay, most narcissists ain't out here trying to go find another narcissist. Okay, narcissists are not going to go prey on other demons. Okay, they're all in cahoots amongst each other. That's why these clowns have other clowns validating them. Okay, because they're all a group. They're a team. You know what I'm saying? And so one narcissist recognize another narcissist. Of course, they're going to take up for that person because they out here playing the same games, doing the same bullshit. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I feel like, you just have to be more aware and start walking around like, oh, okay, incubus, succubus. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to look at it like that, or people going to deceive you into thinking they really humans and they really want some real love. But like, these niggas is demons. I mean, I told you I'm working on that word. I'm not trying to stop saying that. People in general, whether it be men, woman, and that's another thing that I've been pushing really heavy, trying to like show love to my men, because I know I post a lot of narcissistic posts, and I'm not trying to demean any man, especially a real man, because I love y'all. I love men. You see what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never fucked with a bitch, never wanted a bitch, nothing. I can appreciate a woman's appearance and her beauty, but I love masculinity down. Okay? And so I love my men. She said they are niggas. You so silly. Right, because what niggas mean is it's an ignorant person, okay? Just to put that out there, so it be relevant sometimes when I say it, but I still want to stray away from the word. Narcissists are enemy number one. Big facts, right? Enemy number one, okay? They carry demons and they're proud, okay? But, oh, y'all, let me tell you, like, I literally dated somebody, right? Was in a full-blown relationship under this person's complete spell. Like, okay, this person convinced me that he wanted to marry me, that we were going to have these kids, you know, we came up with baby names, like, this person literally had me under a spell. Like, I could not see it for what it was. But what's crazy is it's not that I couldn't see it for what it was, because I did see it for what it was. It's like the worst insult you can give a guy. Yeah, or anybody. But it's like, if that's who you are, that's who you are. You see, it's not even really an insult. It's just the truth. You feel me? Looking for me and not niggas. Big facts, Kamiko. Okay? Hey, the late Lee Grease Show and Rose Gold Brand, thank you so much for tapping into the live. But yeah, it's like, I love y'all, man. So I don't want y'all to think that I'm trying to demonize y'all when I'm talking about narcissism, okay? It's a lot of narcissists in the form of men. And here's the thing too, I'm also a woman that's never dated another woman. You see what I'm saying? All I know is my experience through men, right? So I would love to collaborate with a man who has experienced narcissism from a woman, so we could create some dialogue, so we can show that it's not you as a woman, it's not you as a man. You see what I'm saying? It's that we both been bamboozled by narcissistic people that have demon attachments to them that we have been manipulated by. You see what I'm saying? And so now we can recognize that real women and real men is not the motherfucking problem, okay? And we can stop pointing a finger and arguing each other down about what the right way to be the real man and to be a real woman and all that extra lame ass bullshit motherfuckers is, you know, having these little arguments. You see what I'm saying? But the reality is narcissist. It ain't man versus woman. It's narcissist against the empaths. You feel me? That's the reality. That's the real divide right there. You see what I'm saying? So once we start realizing that, you know, we'll start recognizing that we are not each other's enemy. Okay? We need each other. Okay? Masculine and feminine. That's the yin and the yang. That's that balance. Okay? That ankh represents woman, man, or the father, the son, the procreation, the cycle of life. Okay? So we need each other for that. You see what I'm saying? So, but y'all, I've been talking y'all ear off, and I ain't even read no cards yet. So damn, let me just, but this is deep, y'all. I'm telling y'all, like, this is real, and I really hope that it shifts. Whoever was able to join this live, or whoever, I'm gonna post this as well, who are able to like really see it for what it really is, because you know, a lot of us have gotten caught up with narcissists. We now got babies by narcissists. We now, you know, we actually have, some of us may have always been tied to narcissism because our parents are narcissists. Like, and because of that, we may have coddled, or we may have allowed people to get away with it because of some of the closest people to us that we love are narcissists. So then we just chalked it up to like, oh, well, you know, narcissism, it's normal. It's, you know, some people, Hey, Black Cuz 06, thanks for tapping into the live. Words, and more words. It's like the first trick we warned women about, yet they still are manipulated by it. I don't think I can warn about it anymore, because y'all gonna be manipulated by what you want. So yeah, manipulation, and that's just, it's not, like I said, going back to it not being about women or men, but it's about narcissism and empaths. And here's the thing with an empath, right? An empath will give you the benefit of the doubt. The empath will see the greatness in you more than you'll see it in yourself. An empath has been through maybe some shit that you done been through, so from an understanding, they let you slide a couple of times. An empath is going to show more unconditional love. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't about a woman wanting to be manipulated by whatever she want to be manipulated by. It's about a woman saying, you know what? I know life is tough. I know shit happens. I know that, you know, I can be a good support system to somebody when they, whatever that is. You know what I mean? So it's like, Yeah. It's like, but like you said, it's not about convincing people anymore, because now we have our own responsibilities to convince ourselves, right? It's not really unless it's your purpose, right? Because some of us have a purpose to empower other people. Some of us have a purpose to preach. Some of us have a purpose to, you know what I'm saying, to empower and to inspire others. So if that's not your purpose, then it's not your responsibility. You see what I'm saying? Male empaths don't hang on to women's words like women hang on to men's words. Men prioritize actions, women prioritize words. I mean, I could see how, that could, in some cases be true. You know what I mean? Because women, especially with men, I would say, because women, we have this idea that men are going to be the protectors and the providers, and that's what men like, in essence, is that we believe that men like to be the leaders and things like that. So we may allow you to say things and take the lead for a while, because we're like, well, you're the man, take the lead, you know what I'm saying? But then like after you be with them for a while and it's like, okay, well, you didn't have enough time to take the lead and I feel like you ain't leading us no motherfucking where. Well, then goddamn it, we got to switch up. We got to switch it up. You feel me? So it just depends. Like I said, of course, it's going to be circumstantial. It's going to be dependent on each, the person who's involved and all of those things. Excuse me, y'all. Damn, I should have got some water. All right, Spirit. So what messages do we have around this, Spirit? What advice or messages can we provide regarding this? Yeah, so we already came out. This is about, okay. So, this could be different things, okay? So this could be about charitable, right? Being charitable. But what this really is somebody who is very wealthy, right? And these people, of course, they're impoverished, and it's like you have the ability to give more, but you're breadcrumbing them, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you weighing out, like, who deserves this crumb versus that crumb. You see what I'm saying? So that's very fucking narcissistic. But men are far from Mars and women are from Venus, so we can't fault each other. Right, Bryce, that's facts. Yeah. So this is already giving very narcissistic energy right here. You see what I'm saying? It's like if you have the ability, if you have wealth, like that's what happens with narcissism too. Like a lot of times you'll have the ability, you might be ahead of the game. Like it's a lot of wealthy people who are fucking narcissists, okay? And then what they do is they sit here and they walk around with their little high horse and they ego. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of times empathic people, let's say empathic, not to say that a lot of empathic people are impoverished, right? But a lot of empathic people put other people first. You see what I'm saying? And so they end up being on the back burner. So maybe they give more to others than they give to themselves. So that can leave you impoverished. You see what I'm saying? So with this being here, the balance, right? With us being empaths and being abused by this narcissism, this is about not, balancing the scales now. Because this is about not giving our power away to these people, where it's like now they feel like they giving you something when really it's like the bait and switch or something. It's like, bruh, I'm the one gave you this, you was able to take my energy, right? My energy is what fueled you to this level. You see what I'm saying? And now here you are trying to play it like I'm unworthy, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's that very narcissistic, okay? Once again, these are both people that come with the energy where they are higher than what they really are. Like narcissism, it's very ego based, right? Very, very ego based, and they're gonna sell you a dream, okay? They dressed this fish up in a cup and made it seem like it was luxurious because it's in this gold cup. You see what I'm saying? But fish, who want a fish? The shit stink. Like if you didn't cook it and saute it and put a bed of rice and broccoli with it and season that bitch up and give it to me on a plate. You see what I'm saying? So I can eat it. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like what narcissists do. The love bombing thing, right? They love bomb you. Then they breadcrumb you and give you fucking shit. They don't even give you what they promised in the beginning. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Aliday 88 and Vaji, thank you so much for joining the live. Yeah, and then they want to create havoc and conflict, okay? This is people that are trying to get in your way of your progress, okay? To create conflict and chaos and arguments and confusion. Dang, I say all that, but you're so pretty. I'm hanging on to every word you're saying. You are so silly, Bryce. Okay, you gonna have to stop. Okay, you gonna don't get my cheeks all red and stuff. No, I'm just playing. But thank you, sweetie. That is so sweet. Thank you so much. So yeah. You know what I'm saying? The emperor is about standing on business, okay? So this is you, right? All of these, when these narcissists try to love bomb you, breadcrumb you, create confusion and chaos in your life, right? This is you standing on business, and not even standing on your throne, sitting on your throne. But this is you standing firm on your integrity, on your boundaries, on your what you stand for. LOL, Bryce shooting his shot. Okay, Bryce been shooting his shot on the live. This day 2. Okay, Bryce, if he come on my live tomorrow with the shits, I don't know, Bryce. I might have to. No, I'm just saying. But thank you so much. I love it's the confidence boosters for me. Okay. But yes, and hey, Jamila Gonzalez, thank you so much for joining the live, boo. I miss you. Hey, baby. Deanna Woodards, thank you so much for joining the live. Hey, baby. So yes, so with the emperor, this is all about standing on business. Okay, so this is about. It's also let's get real though. This is also just about. This is somebody who's about integrity. So they're very. It's about righteousness. Okay. I miss you so much too. Mwah. So, girl, never mind. I'm gonna DM you. But anyway, so the emperor, yes, this is somebody who's righteous. Okay, so this is somebody who's also balanced and grounded, and you're not going to be set off by these emotional triggers that this conflict and chaos tries to create for you. Okay, this is how you overcome. This is how you like beat a narcissist in essence, because it's not like you really trying to play a game. You see what I'm saying? Hey, C's 360, thank you for joining the live. Yeah, you know, you're not out here playing. You're not out here playing games. You know what I'm saying? You're standing on business, standing firm on what you believe in. Okay, but that's what these narcissists, what they like to do. They're gonna play games, but this is how you outbeat them. You stand on business. Okay. And you stand on what's right and what's wrong, and you don't get into the emotional shit, you know, back and forth and all of that. We don't do none of that, okay? This is you. Like I said, all of these kings and emperors coming out, okay? And this is the King of Wands, okay? So this is like you, first of all, King of Wands and like the Queen of Wands, they're like the most beautiful in the deck, okay? So this is you being amazing, beautiful, abundant, royal, confident, okay? And that's what that's about. A narcissist hates to see you in your motherfucking power, okay? Because that demon on them, they want that power. They're hungry for that power, okay? So when they see you in your essence and body and your power, the demon in them is like, oh, hell nah. This bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes them even more hungry to try to manipulate you even more, to try to get you to succumb to whatever they want so they can continue to feed their demons, okay? And they will put that motherfucking work in. They will keep going. They won't motherfucking stop, okay? They gonna keep coming. They gonna keep, there's like, and it's like, it's still knowing too, like they'll reflect back like, damn, I fucked up. I ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And know it and still don't give a fuck. It's like they will go and realize that they're wrong. They know they fucked up. But because the demonic urge in them is so strong, it overpowers anything. So it's just like they can even be sorry a little bit. But the demon don't give a fuck. Okay? The demon's already attached to his auric field. So you can be sorry, but don't be sorry. Be careful, ho. You feel me? Like, what is you talking about, you sorry, bitch? You done already tried it. You see what I'm saying? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting all hyped because I'm telling you, like, these narcissists just be, they just can't. I just can't. You feel me? And this is where they coming from, right? Kamiko, you feel me? Lick money, lit. I don't know. Like money? I don't know. But welcome to the live, baby. Okay? Lick money, lit. That's what we gonna say, right? So, but with the 10 of Pentacles, you see what I'm saying? Like, this is all about your fulfillment, your generational wealth, things like that. Breaking generational curses, like you overcame that, right? And so here's what these narcissists that have these demonic attachments do, right? They want to come for everything you would ever motherfucking... Bro, what's poppin'? DJ Gus 317 in the motherfucking building. Thank you so much for tapping into my live, bro. You see what I'm saying? So this is what these narcissists motherfucking do. You feel me? They will come and try to take any your generational wealth, your inheritance. Okay, like this is the thing about spirituality. People don't realize that sometimes if you are a powerful being, you have a birthright. Okay, when you start to live in your purpose and you start to walk on your path and you're living in alignment with the Most High, you do have a birthright that will be passed on. And these motherfuckers who are spiritual, these are motherfucking witches and warlocks, okay? They have demons attachments that know they can see, certain things in the Akashic records about who you are as a person with your ethereal body. You see what I'm saying? So these motherfuckers will go and play on that shit. And they'll come and be like, Destiny swap. Oh, hell no. Look at all this wealth she got coming. Oh, let me come let me come bond her. Oh, let me go trap him. Let me go have that nigga baby. Let me go do this. You see what I'm saying? So this is what happens, right? Incubus and succubus. Women are like the incubus spirit is what attacks women, and the succubus spirit is what attacks men. You see what I'm saying? So we all have the ability to have a spiritual, a sexual demon be transmitted to us through that opposite sex. You see what I'm saying? But what's happening is when they're trying to attach to you sexually and attach to your auric field, it's because they want to have that power to be able to access your energy when it's beneficial to them, to be able to transfer some of those blessings that are destined for your spiritual journey. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. That's what I mean. People got to start taking this shit spiritually. You feel me? Not just acting like this shit normal every day, walk around everybody human. Nah, you niggas is motherfucking clones, droids, empty fucking vessels, and demons motherfucking walking. You see what I'm saying? Y'all not even real humans out here. You feel me? Like the lovers is all about this passion, and it's about you also. It's like about a divinely ordained relationship. So that's why when you are living in your purpose, right, and you're empowered and you see shit for what it is on a spiritual level, this is when God will usher in your divine union. This is a divine partnership, okay, blessed by Archangel Michael, okay, bringing in a union for somebody who's equally yoked with you, that you guys can fulfill a journey or a purpose or a path together, where you don't have to worry about these fucking manipulative, narcissistic ass motherfuckers trying to come and drain you of your life force energy. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's you just know that it's coming in. Be patient, because this is a cycle that you're moving out of, baby. Because like I said, hey, cuz, what's up? Aminata HBN, thank you so much for joining the live, cuz. Yes, because when you sit here and you avoid dealing with these type of energies, that's like God will bring in this divine counterpart, okay, to fulfill you, right? Because these cups is empty. He been sitting there this whole time unfulfilled, right? Dealing with these fucking narcissists that want to play games and manipulate and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? But then as soon as you stood on business and said, you know what, I don't give a fuck. I'll stand here in isolation alone by my motherfucking self before I continue to deal with you demon ass, you niggas on demon time. You feel me? Like, motherfuckers want to talk about they on demon time like that shit cute. Bitch, get that shit out of here. You feel me? Like, anybody come around me talk about they on demon time, I'm the fuck out of there. Fuck you and that demon time shit. You see what I'm saying? Because people don't realize what you're calling in when you telling niggas you on demon time is because you don't even really know subliminally, subconsciously, you really got a motherfucking demon on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Talking about demon time. Bitch, get out of here, you corny, lame ass niggas who can't even think for themselves because they want to be like Future. They want to be like these demonic ass celebrities that been influencing you your whole motherfucking life. Be your motherfucking self, nigga. Like, I can't stand you, catfish ass niggas, you feel me? So anyway, Wheel of Fortune is about your abundance coming in because now it's like these motherfuckers can't play on your ignorance no more. You're no longer ignorant. You're no longer blinded. You see it for what it is. You know these niggas got these demons attached to their ass and you're not letting them touch you. You feel me? These niggas you're untouchable. You feel me? You're in a place now where you like rested. You rested up. You taking that therapeutic time to reflect within yourself. You giving yourself that self-love, okay? And you putting these narcissists to rest, right? And here's another thing too. What happens when you become empowered, a narcissist, they die inside. Because they're like, oh my gosh, here goes another narcissistic supply that I no longer have, that I can no longer drain. Because guess what? Without you, them motherfuckers ain't shit. You feel me? They don't got shit because all they are toxic, low vibrational, manipulative. They're fucking parasites, y'all. They're parasites. It's like they're looking to suck something out of you that they don't fucking have. You see what I'm saying? And so, but this is, you know what I'm saying, in the past. But this is what narcissists will do. Like I said, they gonna drain your life force energy. What's poppin', JoJo the Celebrity? Thank you for joining the live. 604 Wanders. How do they harness energy through texting? Girl, you are silly. Did I say texting? I'm talking about sex. Sex. S-E. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. But hey, not to say that it's not possible though, because people be sexting. You feel me? So it's funny that you brought that up because people will send you a dick pic. Okay? And then if you sit there and you entertain it, right? You sit there watching the dick pic and then you like, oh, and you doing a little something. That's the doorway for an attachment to come through. You see what I'm saying? So that's how they harness energy, through texting. If they send you a dick pic, you see what I'm saying? And then you entertain that, you pleasure yourself off of it. You see what I'm saying? And y'all dirty talking back and forth. You see what I'm saying? Then it just depends on what's attached to them. I'm not saying just because you're texting that's gonna be a sexual demon. It depends on the energy of the person that you sexting. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, this shit is about attachment. So you know, people that don't have a spiritual awareness at all, people that don't practice any type of spiritual hygiene, nothing. Them, which is basically the major population. You feel what I'm saying? Unless it's like people have fake spirituality, like, oh, I go to church, okay, and because you don't have your personal relationship with the Most High, you go to church to look like you're doing something you're supposed to be doing, but it's not because you really believe in that. You know what I'm saying? And because it's like, and because Christianity and a lot of religions have been infiltrated from within, right, by demonic forces. You see what I'm saying? It's still the same thing. Motherfuckers go to church and get molested. You know what I'm saying? You go to church and you got to worry about motherfuckers praying on you there too. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, there ain't nowhere besides the comfort of your own home and internal space to be connected directly with the Most High. That's the only, sense of real safety that you can have when it comes to this spiritual shit, trying to protect you from these spiritually transmitted, sexually transmitted demons, okay? But like I said, that is how they tie in, like when you lock in with these demons, but they can lock in without you having sex with these people. They can attach, but it's about you, right? If you're vibrating on a high level. So here's what happens, right? Let's give you an example. A narcissist, why they try to like argue you down, right? You'll be in a good mood, ain't nothing happening, and then they want to start a fight with you, right? They want to start arguing. It's because they can't do nothing while you in a fucking high frequency. So they're like, bitch, you know, they want to start a random argument with you and out of nowhere, and you're just like, now you're feeding into it, and you're like, what? Bitch, you got me fucked up. Why you da-da-da? Now, both of y'all, now he done brought your energy down, right? Wow, that's a crazy play on words. What did I say, Bryce? What did I say? Hey, Empress4444, thank you for joining the live, right? But, like, that's how, damn, I lost my train of thought, y'all. I'm sorry. What was I talking about? Yeah, I be getting so hyped and getting so into it. Oh, crazy play on words. Yeah, it is, right? I know everybody was like, what the fuck she about to talk about? Yeah, I was trolling. That's why I did it like that. Because I was like, yeah, it's going to make them try to, like, figure out what the fuck I'm talking about. But yeah, anyway, that must have been it, y'all, because it just totally went out of my mind what I was even saying. But the reality is, though, y'all, we just got to be more aware. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of sexually transmitted demons. You see what I'm saying? And I was also saying that, yeah, it's about, that's what I was saying. Your vibration, how high or how low it is, affects whether these demons can attach to you or not. That's why it's important for you to maintain your center, maintain your peace. When people are putting you in these hostile, chaotic, confusing situations, trying to create havoc within you, you see what I'm saying? That's when you have to be 10 steps ahead and be like, you got to look at it like, this is the enemy trying to play, and they want to attach to me, but they can't unless I feed into this energy. Like if I argue with this and match his energy, then he's going to be able to attach to me. But if I just, because I mean, you can always separate yourself from any type of conflict or agreement. Unless they're physically forcing you, then you got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to get gangster sometimes. You see, I got my Malcolm X shirt on today. Maybe that's why I got this energy, okay? But stand for something or fall for anything, period. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's one of those things where you have to just come with that. You have to come with that presence. You got to come with that type of energy. You got to stand for something or fall for anything. So when you standing on business, people not coming through to be able to, you know what I'm saying? I hate when I do this, y'all. I be losing my train of thought, trying to bring it back. I be trying to bring it back, but I'm going to wrap this up because, man, we've been going in, but this is a lot of cards. Can I just get a few at a time, Spirit? All right. What's this last card, Spirit? Last card for the... Now, matter of fact, I'm going to pull an angel for the advice, right? So, yeah. I love this. Spirit be knowing what time it is, like, because Spirit always give me this card as the advice at the end. You see what I'm saying? Or this is always the last card. Lately, this has been the last card because this is just like, God be right there with you. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, God will put you in these situations sometimes as well, either to serve as karma, either to serve as, you know, you to be that guiding light within that person's life. But we realize that people do have the freedom of choice, right? They're free to choose. And so when you realize that this person does not want to heal, this person does not even really, you know, have the capability of loving me correctly. This person, you know, all of these things, when you start to pay attention to these things and then you dead that shit and you move on, okay, and you realize like you need something that's going to be stable, firm, okay, that's going to, you know what I mean, like something that's going to have longevity and things like that. You want that's important, but somebody who's also going to be about the right, like righteousness, you know what I'm saying, not going to be trying to manipulate and deceive and cause confusion and chaos, okay? Because when you're in a narcissistic relationship, this is exactly how you feel. You don't even understand what the fuck is going on around you. It's like you're under a spell. You see what I'm saying? But when you remove yourself from these blindfolds and you start to recognize exactly what you are involved in, what the fuck is going on, baby, you remove yourself and then you become, because this is not just about, happily ever after, but this is about the ultimate wish fulfillment, because you are whole within. You don't have any voids you're trying to fill. That's why the only reason why we allow narcissists in is because a lot of times us empaths are damaged, still trying to heal. So we have these voids we're trying to fill, and these narcissists feed on that. Narcissists know, they can see you from a mile away that you are empath. They know that you are. This was for me. Thank you. You're welcome, sis. I got you anytime. Please tap in. This is always, I'm all about empowering my people, about being aware of manipulation and deceit, and also making it aware that it's deeper than just this physical plane as well. It's also spiritual. So we got to start to open up that window so we can realize what's going on when physically it may not be evidence, but in the ether, spiritually, and in our intuition, there is evidence. You understand what I'm saying? But like what I'm saying with this card, this is about this wholeness, peace, stillness, being able to find this peace, right? Because so we'll be in all of this kind of chaos and confusion, right? But when you have this is like a control within that nobody. Talia L'Oreal, hey sis, thank you so much for joining the live, sis. But this is what this is about, right? Wish fulfillment. When you tap in and you stop letting these narcissists play these games, stop confusing you, stop blindfolding you, stop causing chaos in your mind, okay? This is when you come and you say, within your heart, within yourself, there's a wholeness. So it's like you're fulfilled, you're happy, because no matter what comes along, who tries to come along and cause confusion, okay, get in the way and try to shortchange you and cause conflict and chaos, you see what I'm saying? You're still at peace. So this is like no matter what, right? When you keep this sense of stillness and peace within your heart, no matter what manipulation comes about, that this continues to stay at a level of like, I'm always happy, because regardless of my circumstances, regardless of my environment, regardless of what's going on around me, within me is peace. You feel me? Within me is wholeness. So I don't care about A, B, C, D, E, F, or G. It doesn't affect my happiness and my peace. Hey, Goddess Banks 247, thank you so much for joining the live. So yes, y'all, I'm so happy that y'all vibe with me today and joined the live. And sis, I so wish you would have came here in the beginning of the live. I would have loved to have you join in this wisdom with me. You see what I'm saying? But I am going to post this to my live. I am going to post this to my Instagram page. So whoever was not here in the beginning can vibe out with the message from the beginning, okay? And but I love y'all. Oh, no. I was supposed to do one more advice from the angel deck. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. You are very welcome, Goddess Banks 247. All right. So let's see, Spirit. All right, one more. All right, so let's see what the spirit, what angels, this is the angel messages that we have, right? So here we go. The first advice card. I love and miss you, sis. Can't wait to see you. I love and miss you too, sis. And happy birthday. Everybody wish my sis a happy birthday. What do they call it? BEARTH. Happy birthday, sis. I love you so much. To many moons and suns around the world, sis. Okay? Sending you so much love. You deserve so much happiness. Okay? So, yeah. So, awareness. Seek answers within yourself. You may have reached a point in your life when what the material world has to offer you doesn't give you a sense of fulfillment. Ask this angel to help you find deeper meaning. If you have ever had a vivid dream or a flash of inspiration, felt the presence of a departed loved one, or been gripped by a sense of profound awe, you are glimpsing infinity. Let the angel of awareness remind you that you are not just your body, you are a spiritual being having a human experience. Seek out regular quiet and solitude. Reflect and look deep within. Introspection encourages detachment and awareness of what truly matters in your life. It connects you to your consciousness, your soul, your inner angel, or whatever you want to call your eternal spark where all meaning, wisdom, and healing resides. All right, so we were just talking about that. It's a level of awareness, okay? Especially when it comes to us opening up our spiritual awareness, because we be aware of shit on the physical plane, but like, now that we know that motherfuckers be having these spiritual demons attached to them and these sexual demons attached to them, like we have a certain level of awareness of the unseen, so we don't, when we start trying to come up to a conclusion and figure out what the fuck going on, we don't leave out certain elements that may be the unseen, and then we have everything to pull from to come up with this conclusion of what the fuck going on. You see what I'm saying? So yes, the next message from the angels is peace, right? We talked about that too. Just confirmation, finding your calm within, right? If you are constantly busy and find yourself feeling anxious and overwhelmed, allow the angel of peace to show you how to be fully present and enjoy the moment. If conflict with others is causing tension, allow this angel to help you find a harmonious resolution by focusing on what unites rather than divides. Take a few moments every day to sit alone in total silence. Close your eyes, stop doing, and just be. Everything about you is calm, beautiful, and reflective. You are still in beautiful waters. Listen to the beating of your heart and tune into your breath. With every exhale, allow any stress, conflict, and tension to leave your body, mind, and heart. With each inhale, welcome only tranquil thoughts and loving feelings for yourself and others. Serenity is your natural state. Okay, so yes, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels, for the confirmation, because like I was just saying, right? Here's the cheat code. Okay, keeping your vibration high keeps demons from attaching to your frequency. You have to be at a level a frequency level super low for them to be able to attach and lock into your auric field. Okay, so this is why a level of awareness, right, and peace together is the ultimate cheat code, because when you have this peace within, when people are trying to create this havoc within and you don't feed into it, it eliminates them from being able to do so. You see what I'm saying? And when you have a level of awareness, you already know it's like people out here possibly trying to approach you to do that. So now you respond differently, because you used to pop off like, ah, bitch, what's up? You feel me? But now it's more like, okay, I see what this is. Okay, God. The devil trying. He trying me today. I'm not going to give him what he looking for. Okay. Well, you be blessed, baby. All right. God bless. And you walk the fuck off and you keep your peace. You see what I'm saying? You keep your peace and your awareness, and can't nobody play you. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what it be. It be manipulation and deceit. Because, you know what I'm saying? We just not keeping our certain level of awareness and boundaries first. And we're just more worried about trying to coddle to this one and that one to try to make other people feel good. But like, if intuitively you not feeling good, follow that, okay? Fuck trying to people please and try to make everybody feel good. It has to be about your safety, your sanity, your peace, your spiritual sovereignty. You know what I'm saying? So people can't get into your auric field and affect what you got going on spiritually, or people tapping into your energy, because like I said, narcissists will try to destiny swap with you. Narcissists will try to impose on your energy. They will try to attach their sexual demons to you, their incubus and their succubus demons. And now you got you know what I'm saying, got shit you got to heal and deal with. You see what I'm saying? So let's just be more conscious of who we are allowing in our energy, period. At all, at this point in time, we can't even have any type of level of comfort, right, Talia? Right? Bitch, don't get too comfortable. And if I hear that song, I think about you, because our little cute little video, bitch, don't get too comfortable. Like, don't get too comfortable with nothing, with nobody. You see what I'm saying? Because you have to, like I said, if you're not that comfortable with yourself first, let me say that. Don't get too comfortable. You see what I'm saying? Especially if you ain't comfortable with yourself yet, right? Go through that journey of exploration about you, your powers, who you are, your purpose, what you here for. You see what I'm saying? Know all of those things first. You see what I'm saying? And then that's why it's important to know those things first before you start letting too many types of different energies in, because people who do have a spiritual awareness, maybe more than you, they can manipulate that. So you have to be aware of the fact that, okay, they may not necessarily, like I said, narcissism will intentionally are manipulating for the benefit of their own gain. You see what I'm saying? So you got to pay attention to this shit, because people are spiritual preyers. And when I say preyers, it's the O-R. You feel me? They're predators, spiritual predators. People will prey on your energy because they're like, oh my gosh, look at this person's like, da-da-da. And then they can't produce shit because they are empty fucking vessels anyway. So it's like they have to utilize your energy to channel your energy, to siphon your energy, to create more life in their shit. You see what I'm saying? So that's why we got to start being more aware, especially as empaths, because as empaths, sometimes we too damn nice. And sometimes we'll think for other people and we'll be like, oh, well, you know, they just, we'll try to like make excuses for them when they fucking us over. You see what I'm saying? No, we're not doing that shit no more. You see what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where it's now we're moving with intention. We're like, okay, I know what time it is. Everything's spiritual. Everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. And if you ain't looking like everything is spiritual, like now I look at like, this is how when I walk outside, it's the Matrix, okay? And anybody that come up to me that I don't know, you a fucking Agent Smith until I figure it the fuck out otherwise. You feel me? Like, Agent Smith, you feel me? Remember the movie in Agent Smith? Hey, DJ Minty Fresh, thank you so much for tapping into the live. You remember on the movie The Matrix, and Neo, you know, and the agents would be trying to get them, and the agents in with suits, and they'd just be like premonitions, and they'd just pop up in some random person that's sitting next to him. You feel me? That's how I think of shit, like with the demons and shit. Like these people's demons be on them. You see what I'm saying? And these demons, like, people may be able to access their vessel at certain points in times, but then there's certain times when these demons activate in them, and they wake up and they like, oh, now the demons have activated within them and they have taken control. You see what I'm saying? So that's why, you know what I'm saying, you got to look at it like that. Like the other day, I just went out, I was walking in this populated area where people hang out, and it's a whole bunch of bars and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? And like, I'm just sitting out having a conversation with somebody on one of the benches out there, and it's super late at night, and I already feel the energy shift, like once it starts getting late where we are. So, and the next thing I know, somebody drives by on a, what's it called, it don't even matter what kind of, but I forgot. It's a slingshot. And so the guy that I had been talking to, we had been talking for a while. We were, conversing or whatever. And he drives by and he's like, what did he say? And it's like, you don't even know me. I don't know you. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, why would you drive by? This lets me know, bitch, you've been watching me for a long time, because he drives by and he was like, damn. He been talking to that bitch for some. And saying like something random as he's like riding by on his slingshot. And I'm like, I know he's not talking about me. And then the guy that I was talking to was like, and he said, I said, he wasn't talking about me. And, he was confirmed that the guy was talking about me. So I was just like, wow, so my point is just to say, right? I'm out. If I wasn't with him, I would have just been out there by myself. You see what I'm saying? And there's literally people watching me from afar that I don't even fucking realize knows that I even exist. You feel me? So this is why we have to be fucking vigilant. You feel me? Be on your P's and your Q's when it comes to your awareness and shit, because people be out here praying from afar. You feel me? Like, it was crazy. It blew me, because I was like, bitch, how you know the fuck how long I've been sitting out here talking to this motherfucker? You see what I'm saying? So what do you mean? Damn, this bitch, I was like, it just blew me, because like, first of all, why the disrespect? You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't even know me. But see, people will see the light on you, and they're demons, right? That man didn't know me. Why did he feel so moved to be like that bitch and like you have this hateful energy towards me, and meanwhile I'm out here living in my motherfucking greatness, you feel me? And I'm just chilling, minding my business. Why are you worried about what the fuck I'm doing anyway, bitch? You see what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all, let me stop getting on. I'm sorry. Calm down. That's how it is for real. True facts. Absolutely. Amen to that. All of those things is just like you have to be super vigilant out here, y'all. We got to be, you know what I mean? We just cannot. We cannot keep walking around like everything is normal. Okay. And I think the next live, I'm going to talk about parasites, because this is another thing too. Narcissists are parasites. You see what I'm saying? But there's other forms of parasites too. Like we were just like these sex demons are parasites. You see what I'm saying? So when we got to start paying attention to like the things about removing parasites, we got to start being more intentional by what we eat and things like that. Like people just think that when we talk about what we're eating, it has to do with our health or being vain or like, I just want to lose weight and things like that. No, food is also spiritual. So why, when it comes to detoxing and shit like that, these parasites are demons in 3D form. You see what I'm saying? So parasites are they're microscopic. You can't even see them. You don't even know that they're there in your body, but you don't even know that they're attaching to your nerves and they're attaching to, certain things in your body to tell you what to crave, to tell you what to like, to tell you who to fuck. Like all of these things that parasites have the power to do over you. So it's like, meanwhile, we over here thinking we don't got no demons and shit, but because we ate some bullshit, the other day, especially eating pork or eating whatever, there's just certain things that are going to that we're allowing to be tied to us within, that is affecting us in essence. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to any type of parasite, a demonic parasite, a genetic little small microscopic parasite, like whatever these parasites are, we don't want them fucking living off of our life force energy. You see what I'm saying? So anything that's living off my life force energy that I'm not aware of, okay, we are claiming our energy back. We are taking our energy back, and we are deciding that we are no longer allowing these parasitic energies to attach to our vibes, our frequency, our life force energy. And that could come in form of man, woman, food, whatever the fuck else. You see what I'm saying? But now the parasites are going to be technological. They're making technological parasites now. So now we got to be in all facets and forms. We have to have a level of awareness where now you like these parasites, because now fucking Bill Gates is making fucking fake ass mosquitoes and like, and then you got to worry about these parasites in the water and all this stuff. So it's like, let's just call it for what it is. To me, parasite, it ain't just a parasite. These parasites are demons in different forms, and because guess what? Every time they attach to us, they're not making us any healthier. They're not making us think any clearly. There's no benefits in having a parasite. So, but the demon attached to those parasites be the ones telling you, trying to keep you from cleansing them out your body. Okay? The ones that keep giving you excuses why it's okay to keep letting them build up it within you. Okay, the more you got, the more harder it's gonna be to even allow your mind to think that you about to cleanse them shits up out you. You see what I'm saying? Flicked by Al. What's up, Flicked by Al? Thank you so much for joining the live. But yeah, y'all, I've been here for a while. I think I'm gonna go ahead and slide. You see what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all so much for being a part of this live today and vibing with me. I want to send y'all so much love. And thank y'all so much for being like, y'all be fucking with me regularly, and I really appreciate that. I love you, girl. I love you. Thank you so much, baby. And like I said, I'm gonna make sure I tap in with y'all very frequently. And I'm gonna post this too. So if anybody didn't join from the beginning, y'all can tap in, okay? But I'm sending y'all so much peace and love. Thank y'all so much for vibing with me. And I'll talk to y'all next time, okay? Mwah, mwah.